definitely, we're definitely on a little bit more of a high alert and keeping an eye out for that kind of stuff, because guys, welcome back to the homestead here. We're just gonna, this morning we thought we'd just go for a little walk on the upper property and take Madeline with us and bring you guys along as well. Yes, a little walk this morning. We'll get a chance to see what fall is looking like up on the upper part of the property, and we get to give Maddie some much needed walk time, get a little bit of energy out.
It's amazing the amount of pine cones that are still on the floor.
The what?
Still on the floor of the pasture.
What is?
The pine cones.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where. She must smell something.
I imagine the amount of animals that are up here.
Yeah. Well, we've had black bear recently.
Yeah.
So
we did have a black bear.
I imagine since the dogs have been going crazy that there's been black bear up here.
Well, yeah, and you saw a black bear run across the road.
A few houses down.
Just a few houses down from our place the other day. So definitely, we're definitely on a little bit more of a high alert and keeping an eye out for that kind of stuff, because we do not need to have black bears destroying anything on our property here. So I'm sure they do come through here and they do pass through here, because there's foxes and deer. I imagine probably we have lots of skunks that seem to travel through here, but also I imagine we have porcupines, maybe some coyotes, lots of wildlife up here, but it is kind of a pass-through.
I'd like to get some game cameras and put them up here just to see.
Yeah, some game cameras would be quite helpful up here, just to kind of see what kind of an animal highway we got going on up here. But yeah, so cool with the fall colors and the fog.
They've been using the trail again.
Yeah. Yeah, so here in Maine, as you can see, there's kind of a trail right here. So here in Maine, they have a lot of snowmobile trails and kind of like off-road ATV trails.
I think that's bear.
But they have...
No, Maddie, leave it. I think that's bear poop.
Yeah, it could be some bear scat. But you can kind of see the trail here, but here in Maine, they have a lot of these snowmobile trails and off-road trails and hiking trails and stuff that go through people's private property. But it's kind of an, public use. Everybody kind of, allows people to use these trails that go through their property. So we have one that goes through ours right here. We have had people using, ATVs or snowmobiles. Even people riding their horses will kind of follow this trail here, and it kind of just cuts right across our property here. So oftentimes we'll hear people up here driving through and whatnot. So it's just one of those things that's I think is kind of really neat about Maine, where you can just kind of hop on a trail, and they have these all mapped out so that people know where the trails are, so they could stay on the trails, which is good, because I know we wouldn't want people just kind of exploring and driving all over our property, especially when we have animals up here.
Madeline.
So, but it's still fun.
Nettie. She's so on alert.
You think she's still on alert?
Oh yeah. She's like all the smells. I think the bear has been up there. I don't know if that's bear scat for sure, but it could be. All the berries are picked. I know that much.
Oh yeah, well
all the wild berries. We have the raspberries and the strawberries that grow wild up here. This is like prime eating ground for bears.
Well, and I think too that they're all getting ready. They're trying to fatten up for winter. Yeah. So any kind of food source, berries, plants that they can get a hold of, I'm sure they'd love to snack on those and get ready for winter. So, all right. What's that?
Next year we should be able to come up here and go mushroom picking.
You think so?
Oh yeah. The whole floor is wood. And it's all decaying, and it's a level of moisture.
Yeah.
There's already mushrooms growing. We should be able to find plenty of mushrooms. I bet if we just took lion's mane and cast it out here and all kinds of wild mushroom seeds, we would end up with so many mushrooms. It's very tempting.
I don't know. Mushrooms are kind of, I like to describe mushrooms as fungus of the Pharisees. Because I'm not a mushroom fan, but I bet you would love them.
They make medicine for comments like that. Mushrooms are phenomenal.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would agree with you.
And they're really, really good for you. They're good for your brain. They're just so good. Mushrooms are the way to go, babe.
Yeah. Well, it's so peaceful and quiet up here.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because we're on our property. You can't see the house.
No.
But it just feels like you're out in the middle of the woods on a hike.